me what we were discussing in the last session. Yes, anyone in the
सर
last session?
आपने कुछ फाइनल कीवर्ड का एक तो बताया था थोड़ा बहुत।
Okay, okay.
सर मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत याद
अच्छा
नहीं आ रहा है वो
फाइनल
क्या।
मेथड बाकी था।
Yes, so that we will do after
अच्छा
completion of method overriding. Yes.
ओके
So if you remember, we were discussing about use of final keyword. Fine. Like we can use final keyword with variable, we can use final keyword with methods and with class also. And from that we can say that if we declare any variable with final keyword, then we cannot modify the value of that variable. So in Java, whenever you want to keep a value fixed for any variable, let's say for any variable you want to go with constant value, then you can always declare that variable with final keyword. Similarly, if you declare any class as a final keyword, then you cannot inherit the property of that class. All the properties of that class would be final. Fine. You cannot apply inheritance to the final class. Is it fine? And if you
जी
remember,
सर
yeah, if you remember, we have demonstrated that thing also. Fine. So at that time, one thing was pending. It was final with method. But before that, I need to cover method overriding. So that is why unknowingly I didn't deliver that concept. So today we will try to first complete the concept of nested class, and then we will go with a method overriding. And so now let me share my screen.
सर हम आईडीई में कब जाएंगे।
After completion of abstract class,
ओके सर
idea is already there. Let me just uh, am I audible now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So it was bad connection. I don't know why. Okay, great. So now let me just share my screen. I was just showcasing the NetBean. See, this is the ID which we are going to use later on. Fine. So very soon I will introduce this tool, and we will start programming in this tool only. But before that, as I said, I want to cover the concept of abstract class, where you need to remember few properties. And if you will use ID, then mostly all the properties you will get automatically. So in that case, you will not even try to remember the properties. So as soon as I will complete the abstract class, we will switch over to this NetBean ID. Till that time, we will use a Notepad only. Fine. Yeah, so today we are going to discuss the concept of a nested class. So the way we can use a nested looping, the way we can use nested conditions. Similarly, you can go with a nested class concept also. So based on the name, can anyone tell me what it should be? In case of nested class, what we are going to do? Name says
क्लास के
everything.
अंदर क्लास.
Correct. Here what we will do, we will try to define class within class. So we can have n number of classes inside class. That also we can do. The way we are defining other normal properties like variables and methods inside any class, same way you can define class also within the class. So ultimately we are going to do like this. Let's say I am having one class. I may have few properties with this class. Let's say integer a is 10. And if I want to define one more class, which is inner class, then I can do it like this. Something like this. Here also you can define all the properties and all. I can define methods also. So I can do whatever I can do with the normal class. Everything I can do with the subclass also. I mean inner class also. Something like this. So this thing is known as the concept of nested class. So in Java there are two concept of inner class is also there and nested class is also there. Both are different things. We are going to discuss nested class, where we will try to define one class inside another class, and in both the classes you can define normal properties also, like variables, methods, whatever you want to define. You can define all the properties in both the classes. And so similar way we are going to define the inner class, or I mean nested class. Then we will see how to create the object of nested class, how to access all the properties of nested class from outside the class. All those stuff we are going to discuss. But before moving ahead, can anyone tell me what could be the reason of having nested class? Why it should be there in any programming language? If it is not nested, then also we can access the properties. If we can define all the properties in outside class, let's say rather than this, I can do like this also. Class B, and here I can define all the properties. Let's say I define this stuff here, and I don't want to do this. This can also work. Then what could be the difference between both the types? Here my class is not nested class. This class is not nested class.
सर नेस्टेड
Yes.
में ऑब्जेक्ट बनाने की जरूरत होती है.
Yes, to access the properties we need to create the object. It is there in nested also.
तो सर पता नहीं, मुझे लगा कि नहीं होता होगा, जल्दी करना होगा.
Yes.
सर क्योंकि जैसे कि हमने एक के अंदर बी किया तो शायद हम नेस्टेड क्लास है तो उसका हमें पहले जैसे कि एक के अंदर बी किया, अब हमें सी में से बी का करना है तो वो कुछ अलग से होता होगा, इसलिए डायरेक्टली हम बी का ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं क्रिएट कर सकते शायद.
No, we can do that. We can create the object of inner class directly. That is also possible, and that we are going to do.
सर कुछ मेमोरी से रिलेटेड है?
No, it is again not related to memory, but now let me just explain you. See, what if I have declared this variable private integer a is 10, and in another class if I want to access the value of variable a, what should I do?
क्रिएट मेथड.
Sorry?
मेथड क्रिएट करने पड़ेगी और ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, ऐसा शायद।
No, again I am asking. I have declared variable a with private keyword in class A, and I want to access the value of variable a in different class. It could be any class. Then how can I access that value?
नहीं हो
नहीं
पाएगा ना
होगा,
प्राइवेट है
सर,
तो नहीं होगा
अवेलेबल
ना।
होगा, एक्सेसिबल नहीं
डायरेक्टली नहीं
होगा।
होगा, डायरेक्टली नहीं होगा।
डायरेक्ट नहीं होगा तो कैसे होगा?
मेथड ए क्लास के अंदर हमें एक मेथड बनानी पड़ेगी जिससे हम उसका साथ जो भी हमें उसके साथ करना है कि प्रिंट करना है कि वैल्यू देनी है, तो वो उस मेथड के अंदर कर सकते हैं और दूसरी क्लास में उसका ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट कर सकते हैं या फिर इनहेरिटेंस कर सकते हैं।
Okay, let me just give one example. Still you are not getting. Hmm, let's say demo private. Let's say I am having one more class which is A. Inside this class I am having one private variable. Here I want to display that value system.out.println. I want to print the value of A. So what should I do now? This is what I'm asking. Can I do like this? Will it print the value of A, which is 20?
नो।
No, sir.
नो,
Okay. Then to print the value, what should I do?
ये मेथड है ना ए क्लास में बनानी पड़ेगी।
Why?
उसका प्राइवेट वेरिएबल है ना ए का,
But I want to access it here. This is what I'm asking.
तो उसमें एक क्लास में ऐसी हम मेथड बना देंगे प्रिंट करने वाले ए को, और फिर उस मेथड को
Let me just remove private. Now can you tell me if I
ऑब्जेक्ट
want?
क्रिएट करना या फिर
Object
इनहेरिट।
सर गए क्या?
लगता तो
Yes. Now I'm back.
ओके।
So let's say now I am using ob.a. Fine. Let me save this file. Let me compile this file. Okay, I just remove the path. See, let me just introduce this thing also. Whenever you will install a JDK in your laptop, you might get this kind of error. JavaC is not recognized as an internal or external command. This is due to either you didn't set the path or you have not saved your file correctly. So either you can save this file in the folder where you have installed JDK. So in that case, you cannot save this file. Let's say I have saved it in desktop. You cannot do that. You need to go in where you can go. You need to go in the C drive. Let's say I have installed in C, and let's say program files, Java, JDK, and bin. Here you need to save this file like demo private.java. This is what you need to do. This is one way, but mostly you should not do this kind of thing, because every time it is not good to save your file in the same folder. So now let's say I want to save this file in desktop, and I have already done that, but I'm not able to find JavaC. You can see the error. JavaC is not recognized as an internal or external command. So now this error you are getting due to the lack of path setting. So you need to set two kinds of path. Either you can go with temporary path or you can set it permanent. So if I want to set a temporary path, then what I can do? I can simply write set path equal to, and then I need to go to the directory where I have installed Java. So I have installed Java in C drive, so I can write C:\. slash program files slash java slash jdk slash bin. Fine. Again, I am repeating. Let me just erase everything. To set temporary path, whenever you are getting this kind of error, you need to write set path equal to, then double quote, and give the entire path where your JDK is installed. So my JDK is installed in C, then program files, Java, JDK, and bin. After doing this, you can press enter. Fine. It means you have set the path which is needed for Java or to JVM. Now it is completely set. Now I can execute, I can compile this file and I can do that. Java C demo private.java. You can see now I'm not getting that error. And other ways you can do it permanent. In that case, you need to set the environment variables. So choice is with you. If I will do temporary, then every time I need to repeat this process. Every time when I open command prompt, I need to set the path like this. Because yesterday only I have uninstalled Java. That's why it is asking again. Fine. So this is what I have done temporary, and for permanent, what you can do, you can go to environment variable. Then you can go to this option, environment variables, set the path. So either you can create the new variable or you can edit this one. Let me just see if it is there. In system variable, yes, it is there. You can see the path is there. But this is the wrong one. As of now, my JDK is not JDK 15. Let me just see. Yeah, now it is 1.8 only. You can see here. So what I can do, I can just copy this path. Just select this, go to the variable, edit, and replace it. Okay, that's it. And here also you need to edit it. If it is there, this is again old one. So edit and update. Because earlier it was Java 15, that's why. But now due to the requirement of NetBean, I have updated it. So by doing this, now whenever I will start my command prompt again, I don't need to set this kind of path. Now it has been done permanently. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so there are two ways. It is up to you. If you want to do temporary, you can do like this. Set path equal to, and then you need to give the entire path where JDK is installed. Yeah, so now let me run this file, java space demo private. And I'm getting 20 because this was the normal variable. Now my question is, let me declare this variable with private keyword. Now what do you think? Will I get 20?
No.
How many of you are saying no? I will not get 20 as an output.
I think no.
Then what will be the output?
एरर आएगी कि प्राइवेट वेरिएबल को एक्सेस नहीं कर सकता सर.
Okay. Let me compile this again. And you can see A has private access in A. So that is why I'm not able to access it. So now my question is, what if I need to access the variable anyhow? I want to access it here. What should I do?
सर एक तो आपने जो नेस्टेड क्लास बोला था शायद उससे होगा, और दूसरा हम ए क्लास है तो एक क्लास के के अंदर हम मेथड बना देंगे प्रिंट करने की और उस मेथड को कॉल कर देंगे ऑब्जेक्ट से.
But again, that is not the ideal way because I want to access it outside the class. And if you are creating the method inside that class, it means you are not accessing this outside. Are you getting me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, if you define method like this, let's say if I define method like this, and here only if I try to print the value of that variable, then this is what I can do for all the classes, even though the class or variables are not private. Do this and I can just call this method. But here I am not accessing this value outside the class. The variable is defined inside the same class and I am accessing it within the same class. It is always possible. Fine, but my question was I want to access it outside the class. Let's say in class this demo private. Then what should I do?
सर प्राइवेट निकालना पड़ेगा ना फिर आप.
Yes, so in that case my requirement is not done. I want to access the variable which was private. So otherwise if you can do that, then there is no meaning of private. Fine, you have studied access specifiers, and if you can access any variables from anywhere, even though if it is declared with private keyword, then there is no meaning of access specifier. So I cannot access this variable outside class A. That is for sure if it is declared with private. Is it fine? Are you getting me?
यस सर.
यस. तो अगर कोई वेरिएबल प्राइवेट आपने डिक्लेयर किया हुआ है फिर भी आप उसको एक्सेस कर सकते हो तो इसका कोई मीनिंग ही नहीं हुआ. प्राइवेट लिखो पब्लिक लिखो क्या मतलब. So make sure whenever any variable is declared with private keyword, even though if you create object of that class, you cannot access the value of that variable just because it is declared with private access specifier. So scope of this variable will be limited to this class only. By doing anything, you cannot access the value of this variable from any class. It is never possible. Fine, but if I want to access the private data members in different class, then there is one way. What we can do, we can define this class inside class A. So in all inner classes, we can access all the members, even though the members are private data members. तो अगर यहाँ पे मैंने कोई एक क्लास ऐसा डिफाइन किया होता, let's say class B, define inside this class, and here if I want to access this value A, I can do it even though it is in different class. I can say this variable A is defined in class A and I want to access the variable A in class B, even though if it is declared with private. Now it is possible just because class B is the nested class. So this is the only requirement of nested class, where you can see to access private data member, you can always define nested class. So if you have certain requirement, like in different class, if you want to access private members, then there is only one way. You can go with the concept of nested class only. In separate class, you cannot do that. Is it fine? Are you getting me? Why the concept of nested class is there?
यस सर. और सर वेटिंग लॉबी में से ऐड कर दीजिएगा ना वो हर्ष को.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, done.
हेलो सर.
थैंक यू सर.
हेलो सर.
Yes.
સર જેમ કે આપણે નેસ્ટેડ ક્લાસ બનાવો એમાં ઓબ્જેક્ટ બનાવવાની જરૂર પડે?
Yes, we can do that. That I am going to explain. How to access the properties of nested class, that I am going to explain. Don't worry about that part. As of now, I am just trying to connect why this concept is there. What is the need? Fine. इसकी जरूरत क्या पड़ी वो तो आपको पहले पता होना चाहिए ना कि नेस्टेड क्लास डिफाइन करने से क्या होता है. What if you don't define nested class? अगर वो नेस्टेड नहीं है फिर भी हम उसकी जो प्रॉपर्टी है वो एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. Then what is the requirement? So this is what I am explaining.
Yes sir.
Yeah. Any doubt in this concept as of now? Then we can start the implementation part if you don't have any doubt.
नहीं सर, बट सर
Okay, great.
एक
Yes.
चीज पूछनी थी. तो क्लास बनाने का फायदा क्या? आप बहुत सारे फंक्शंस तो बना के प्राइवेटली यूज कर ही सकते हो. जैसे क्लास ए का प्राइवेट इंटीजर ए हमने यूज करा, क्लास
Yes.
बी ना बनाओ, अंदर ही
Yes.
फंक्शन बना दो डायरेक्टली, तो भी तो कर ही सकते हैं.
Then also we can do, but whenever you will go for bigger project, then at that time it is not good for going with more number of methods. It is always better that you go with more number of classes, just because all the IDEs will provide the inbuilt functionalities of defining classes and packages. But for methods, you need to do it manually. So it is always good to go with more number of classes while building any project. Fine. तो अगर जो सेम टास्क आपको परफॉर्म करना है वो मेथड से भी हो सकता है, क्लास से भी हो सकता है, then it is always a better choice to go with class. And that's why generally people will prefer class. See, let me just showcase
Okay.
one demo. Let's say this is my one project. So what you can see here, see, this is one of the package inside which I am having one file. It's a pound to kilogram.java. Now if I want to create one more class, then simply I can go with new Java class. I can give name, let's say second. That's it. This is my second class. This is not separate file. It seems that you have created new file, but this is not a new file. This is a new class, and both the classes are there in the same package, you can see. So we can have separate track of each and every classes. So as of now you are working with very small project, or I can say very small programs. That's why you cannot understand this, but otherwise later on when you will go for bigger project, then within one class you will have, let's say, thousand number of lines. At that time it is better that if you write your code in appropriate class. For example, if I want to do registration, then for registration I may have 2 or 3 classes. For sign up I may have separate class. For login I may have separate class. For validations I may have separate class. So these are the things which if you have done, then easily you can track your programs or your project. Otherwise your question was correct. Within the methods also you can access the property. But that's why generally people are defining the classes, so that it looks more readable. Is it fine?
Yes sir, समझ गया मैं.
Yeah. So now let us see how to define nested class, how to define properties inside both the classes, and how to access it. So now what I'm doing, I'm creating the separate file, demo nested class .java. So let's say I have created one class which is demo nested class, and main method is there. Now what I'm doing, I'm creating one class. Let's say this is my outer class. Inside this class, let me define few properties. Let me go with private property. Define one method. And let us print something in this method, system.out.println. Let me print the value of variable a. And inside this class, if I want to create nested class, then I can do it using the same syntax, class. Now I'm going to create nested class. So let's say I'm giving name inner class. This class also I can define properties. Let me go with one integer variable. Let me go with one method. And let us print both the values. I'm trying to access value of both the variables a and b. So now let's say I want to access everything. I want to access this method display, then I want to access variable b. I want to access method print from this class, demo nested class. Can anyone tell me what should I do now? I cannot access this variable a is equal to 10 in demo nested class because it is declared with private. But other than this variable, I want to access everything in this class. What should I do? Anyone?
Sorry, inheritance.
One is inheritance, okay, but I don't want to go with inheritance. Then
create object.
Sir, object.
या तो static कर दो.
I need to create object. Fine. So let's say to access display method, I am creating the object of outer class. Let me create the object outer
सर
class.
inner class का नहीं करना पड़ेगा.
Okay, that also we will do. Outer class OB equal to new outer class, and now using this object, let me call the method. What do you think? Will it call this method display, and will I get 10?
नहीं,
सर
Why?
यस,
प्राइवेट नहीं है।
डिस्प्ले थोड़ी ना प्राइवेट है।
Display is not private. Only variable is private.
नहीं, उसके अंदर अपना सिस्टम आउट डॉट प्रिंटलन। हाँ, सॉरी सर।
Fine. So now let me just compile this file. And let me run this file. So you can see I am getting 10. Fine. So the way we are creating an object of normal classes, we have done that. Now what if I want to call a print method? What should I do now?
क्रिएट ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ इनर क्लास।
Okay. So how to create object of inner class?
उसमें किया था वैसे ही, ऊपर किया वैसे।
सेम।
वैसे तो नहीं होगा, वरना तो मेरी जरूरत ही नहीं है।
नहीं, आपने ऐसा बोला था, वो पता नहीं।
लेट्स सी जैसे आपने बोला हमने वैसे ही क्रिएट कर दिया। इनर क्लास ob1 इक्वल टू न्यू इनर क्लास। लेट मी कॉल प्रिंट मेथड यूजिंग ob1 एंड लेट मी कंपाइल इट। वैसे नहीं हुआ।
सर आउटर क्लास से नहीं हो जाएगा, आउटर क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट से?
वैसे भी नहीं होगा। देखते हैं। इफ आई यूज ob डॉट प्रिंट, लेट मी जस्ट पुट दिस इन कमेंट। See, print is not defined in outer class. Compiler is not able to find print method in the outer class, even though if it is defined in outer class. But it is new for you, so don't worry, I am going to explain. See, whenever you want to access the properties of inner class, any properties of inner class, it could be variable, it could be method. Always remember that you cannot create the object of inner class the way we are creating it for the normal classes. Syntax is different. Using the same syntax, you cannot create the object of inner class. But to create the object of inner class, what you can do? You need to follow certain things. Your step number one is create the object of outer class, which you already done.
सर वो आपकी स्क्रीन बहुत डीले आ रही,
So
तो दिख नहीं रहा था सर पहले आप लिख।
okay, so now are you getting it?
यस सर, बट सर 2-3 सेकंड के बाद दिख रहा है, तो थोड़ा धीरे से दिखाइए।
Yeah. Okay, fine. Today I am having connectivity problem. I don't know why. In my laptop, connectivity issue is there, but still I will try. So whenever you want to create an object of nested class, you need to follow this process. Your step number one is create the object of outer class. After creating object of outer class, what you can do? You can create the object of inner class by following the syntax which I am writing here. You cannot create the object the way we are creating object for normal classes. This is very important. You need to make sure that you need to follow this syntax only. So what is the syntax? Syntax is outer class name dot inner class name, then object equal to object of outer class dot new keyword, then inner class name. I am repeating again, don't worry. Let me write it here only. So whenever you want to create an object of nested class, you need to go with these two steps. Step number one is create the object of outer class. So for me, this is the outer class. So that object I already created here, you can see, which is the normal class. So the way we are creating object for normal classes, we can do that. Class name ob equal to new class name. So step number one is done. Fine. Now in second step, what you need to do? You need to write outer class name dot inner class name. तो हमारे केस में हमें ऐसा लिखना पड़ेगा आउटर क्लास डॉट इनर क्लास. दोनों का नेम यहाँ पे लिखना है, आउटर क्लास नेम डॉट इनर क्लास नेम. Then you can create object, whatever name you want to go and you want to give that name, you can write here ob1 ob2, it could be your name also. Then is equal to object of outer class which you have created here. So in this case it is ob, you can see it is ob. Fine. So you need to write ob, then dot new keyword and then inner class name. This is the syntax of creating an object for a nested class. Are you getting me?
Repeat करो ना.
Okay, I am repeating it again. Now let me go with the example straight away. See, I want to create an object of this class, inner class. Fine. तो मुझे पहला स्टेप क्या फॉलो करना है? Create the object of outer class. तो मेरा जो outer class है मेरे क्लास के लिए, उसका नेम है outer class. तो इसका मुझे ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, which I have already done here. You can see. Is it fine till this point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I have created object of outer class. So my step number one is done. Second step says you need to follow this syntax. So let us do outer class name. So for me, outer class name is outer class. Whatever name is there for outer class, that name you need to write here. तो यहाँ पे a होगा तो आपको a लिखना पड़ेगा, यहाँ पे b होगा तो आपको b लिखना पड़ेगा. That's it. So मेरा outer class का name है outer class. So that I have written. Then dot inner class name. So for me, inner class name is inner class. You can see here it is inner class. So that I have written here, outer class name dot inner class name. Then I can give any object name. So earlier it was ob, so now I can go with ob1. Let's say ob1. You can give any name. So this is my actual object of inner class, which is ob1. Then equal to, then object of outer class. This is not a class name, object of outer class. So what is the object of outer class?
OB.
Correct. Object of outer class is ob, which you have already created in step number one. So you can write ob dot new keyword, ob dot new keyword. So I can write new, and inner class name. Inner class name is inner class. Then parenthesis and semicolon. That's it. So this is how you can create an object of any nested class. Is it fine?
ये तो बहुत लंबा है.
Yes. It is little bit complex also, as I said earlier.
सर
And-
तो फिर अगर नेस्टेड के अंदर नेस्टेड बनाओगे तो क्या 2 डॉट लेके पूरा करना होगा? इनर के
No, in
अंदर
that
एक और.
case, yes. In that case, you need to follow the complete hierarchy. And if you want to go for, let's say I'm having one more class. But mostly what people are doing, whenever you have more number of nested classes, then they will not create an object. Rather, they will try to access the properties through method. See, यहाँ पे मैं ऐसा कर सकता हूँ. For example, okay, let me do it later on. पहले मैं ये समझा देता हूँ, इसके बाद मैं वो भी आपको बता देता हूँ कि इनर क्लास का ऑब्जेक्ट नॉर्मल क्लास के ऑब्जेक्ट की तरह कैसे क्रिएट करते हैं, वो भी हो सकता है. इट वाज अ गुड क्वेश्चन, वो भी हम देखेंगे. पहले इसमें कोई डाउट किसी को?
नहीं सर.
So now I am having this object ob1, so I can write ob1 dot print, and print is there in inner class. So now I should be able to access this method. Let's see. And now I'm not getting any error. Let me run this file. You can see I'm getting 10, then again 10 and 20. Why? Because first I'm creating an object of outer class, then using that object I'm accessing display. So it will go to display method of outer class where I'm trying to print the value of variable a. So I'm getting 10. Then after displaying this value, it will go and it will create an object of inner class. Using that object I'm trying to access print method. So it will go inside print method of inner class where it will find two statements a and b, both I'm trying to print. So even though a variable a is declared with private, you can say I'm getting 10 and b is 20, which is local variable for this class. So I'm getting 10 and 20. Fine. So inner class has accessed private variable also. Is it fine? Are you getting this? I'm getting both the output.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now one more thing what you can do, for example, if you don't want to do this, as you said, this is little bit complex one, and let's say if you don't want to do, and if you don't want to create an object of inner class like this, then what you can do, you can create an object of outer class. You can call the methods of outer class. So now you are inside this method. So from here what you can do, from here only you can access all the properties. You don't need to go and create an object of inner class. So now my question is, from display method I want to access all the properties. Can anyone tell me what should I do? From display method only, I mean here only, I want to access the properties of inner class.
डायरेक्टली प्रिंट कॉल कर सकता है?
No, that we cannot do. Let me just do it. If I'll do this, then
सर मेथड ओवरराइडिंग ओवरलोडिंग कुछ होगा क्या?
no. See, print is not there. But simply what you can do here, you can create an object of inner class like normal class. So what you can do, you can follow this syntax: inner class, then let's say ob2 equal to new inner class, and you can call the method ob2.print. Now let me compile it. You can see now I'm not getting any compilation error, and if I run the file, I'm getting the output. So this is the alternate way. तो अगर कोई इनर क्लास की प्रॉपर्टी आपको एक्सेस करनी है फ्रॉम आउटर क्लास, then you don't need to go and find the complex syntax.
सर तो फिर ये ob2.print अब आप ऊपर भी लिख सकते हो डायरेक्टली?
कहाँ पे?
ऊपर मेन क्लास
पे?
में। हाँ
No,
सिर्फ okay sir.
because ob2 is created in outer class only, so that object you cannot refer here. So that is what I am explaining. If you want to access the properties of inner class from outer class only, then this is the only way. But if you want to access the properties of inner class from any class which is not the outer class, then of course you need to go with this syntax only. Hello. हमारे लेक्चर चाले हैं, खबर नहीं होगा, फोन करो. Are you getting me?
Yes sir.
Yeah, so always remember that if you want to access any properties of inner class from outer class only, then you don't need to go with complex syntax. In any method you can create an object of inner class like normal class, and using that object you can access all the properties. But if you want to access the properties in different class which is not the outer class, so let's say I am trying to access the properties in a demo nested class. From this class I want to access the properties of inner class. So this class is not outer class for me, this is the separate class. So if in separate class I want to access the properties, then this syntax I need to follow. First create an object of outer class, then follow this syntax: outer class name dot inner class name, ob equal to object of outer class dot new and inner class name. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so this is all about the concept of nested inner class. Tell me if you have any doubt. Anyone?
હા સર
Yes?
સર એક ક્વેશ્ચન છે તો આપણે ડેમો નેસ્ટેડ ક્લાસમાં ઇનહેરિટન્સની મદદથી કરી શકીએ મતલબ આ કોડ લખ્યા વિના
Where? Here only?
નો સર ઇનર ક્લાસની પ્રોપર્ટીઝ આપણે ડેમો નેસ્ટેડ ક્લાસમાં ઇનહેરિટન્સની
No,
મદદથી
no. See, if it is not separate class, then you cannot apply inheritance. So you cannot give relationship to inner class and a demo nested class. It is not possible.
ઓકે સર
Fine. For that, both the classes must be separate class. Any more doubts?
નો સર
Okay, great. Anyone?
No, sir.
Yeah. So that's it about the concept of nested class. Now in the next session, we will see method overriding, which is very interesting concept. Now I'm going very slow because we have already covered many things. And if we will do like this, then very soon we will be able to complete the syllabus also. So now I have reduced my speed. So don't worry, even though we complete only one topic in one session, but make sure that you understand everything clearly, because your fundamentals must be strong for any programming language. Then you can explore any language by your own. You don't need anyone to teach. Fine. Don't worry about syllabus. Even though we complete only one topic in one session, I'll be able to complete the entire syllabus with full practice. So don't worry. Even we are far ahead. Within 1 month, we have completed the syllabus. I can say about 40% of syllabus we have completed. Fine. So now you can have a break and then you can join the next session.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Bye bye. Take care, everyone.